Hello students, I welcome you all to our channel Online Study for You. And today I am going to discuss very important topic, that is TCS and QT previous year questions of set 4. So yes, these questions were asked in previous year TCS NQT set 4 2019, and I would also like to tell you here that in previous video I discussed TCS NQT important questions of previous year from set 3, right? So if you have not watched that video, after this video please go through that video also, so that you can get to practice some more questions and you will do better in your examination. So now without wasting much time, I will move ahead, and I hope that while the time I was introducing, you would have cracked this question. So but let's see, because this question has some complexity. So here we can see that these header files are included. String.h, because strcpy function we are using, that's why it's important to use string.h. And then there we have a character pointer which is pointing to null. Okay. Then what we are doing, we are using this strcpy function which is used to copy string, and we are copying this C quotient bank, this string, into this str variable. Finally, we are printing this str. That means we want to print this string, we want to print C quotient bank. But what will happen, that we can't do this, that we can't do that using strcpy function. We copy something to a pointer that is pointing to null. This is wrong. So the actual output it will be giving will be segmentation fault or segmentation error, right? But here as we see, according to the question, according to the options we have to mark. So here we see first no, second no, third no, because it will print nothing will be also wrong. Fourth, which says that it will be actually printing null. So in this case what you will do, you will choose this one, because it is the most closely related with what the actual answer is. Now moving to the next question. Coming to this question, it is written what will be the output if you will compile and execute following code. So we have to check what will be the output. So what we can see here, that we have imported these files. Okay, no error. Okay, so here what you will think, that this is an problem, this is the syntax is not right for loop, and this will give compilation error. But we can't see here also compilation error, so it means that something wrong with our thought process. So what I would like to tell you, that it's not necessary that incrementing value or this is written here. Even if it is written in this way, even then it will work. Yeah, but let us take it in the manner which was written in this question. So what we will take, initial value it will take from here I equals to 0, and what we can see that inside increment is being done, so it can increment also, so it will work fine. Okay, now what we will start, I equals 0 and I less than 2. So what it's printing, firstly 0 will become 1, means I will become 1, and 1 will be printed. Next time again I will be 1 in this loop run. But before going forward, what we observed here, that A and B are wrong answer. The correct answer would be either C, otherwise C, because we come to know that first number which will be printed is 1. Now I is 1, 1 is less than 2. Then again what will happen, 1 will become 2, because pre-increment is happening. I will become 2 and 2 will be printed. 2 is printed. Now again I is 2, 2 is less than, not less than 2, but 2 is still equals to 2. Again it will come inside and it will become pre-increment 3. 3 will be printed. Now I will be 3, 3 is neither less than 2 nor equals to 2. Then this for loop will break here, and the final output will only be 1, 2 and 3, right? Now move coming to next question. Okay, so what I will do, okay, well, the same question, very similar question, that what will the output if you will compile and execute the following C code. So here we can see a function is declared here, and then inside main function. Okay, so what is happening here inside main in PTR, we are calling this call function, okay, and taking that value inside PTR. So when this is CALL call function is called, will come here inside the function. What is happening, int a equals to 25. Okay, it means a is initialized here only, we can't see a here anywhere. B is initialized inside loop, and then a is being incremented, means a is now 26. Now we are returning the address of a. Okay, it means PTR is having address of a, and then it is printing, what is the value will be at PTR, means what will be value at A, that will be 26, what we will think, but that will be some error. What will happen, that since this int A25 is initialized inside a function, it means its scope is local. Okay, its scope is inside this function only. Outside this function it has no virtue, has no state. What will happen, that when this will start accessing this address of A has outside the function A is nothing. Outside the function, inside the function A is 25 and become 26. Outside function A is 26. So A will be actually a kind of pointer which will be pointing to no value. Okay. So this is problem called as dangling pointer, and in this case garbage value will be the output, because something will be printed and then will be the garbage value. So now fourth question, what is error in following declaration? Struct, okay, structure is here, struct outer and struct inner. So first thing is that nesting of structure is not allowed. This is wrong. Nesting of structure is completely allowed. Okay, outer structure must have name. No, this is also not mandatory. Outer structure, not necessary that it has some name. Now option B says it is necessary to initialize the member variable. That is also not true. The last is inner structure must have name. So here the problem is this one only. What should have been done then, that where, as you can see here, let me remove this, where struct inner structure is completing, here we should write a name for it, any name, or let me write it as any name so that you don't get confused. Here the structure name, it means inner structure must have name, its name must be written here. If not written, then it will give our error. So the problem, what is the error? Error is inner structure must have name, right? Now next question. I'm rushing a bit because I just wanted, there are only few days left so that you can do as much questions as possible and in the less time what we are having. So what will be output if we compile and execute? Okay, so we have taken an array, 4 elements inside, 10, 20, 30, 40. Now here what is happening, minus 2 array. So this seems very like different how to do this. So what I would like to tell you, if somewhere it is written as 2 array, then how it is actually passed is in this form, where ARRR means the base address and 2 plus, and this is completely equals to ARR plus 2, because you know in maths 2 plus 3 or 3 plus 2, the both are same. So initially it is passed in this way only. So we can assume it as ARR2, and this is completely fine. So ARR2 means 0, 1, 2, as we know array indexing starts from 0. So array 2th element is 30, and then we can see a minus sign also. So the answer will be option B, that is minus 30. So what we learned here, that this can be written as in these many forms. Yeah, I think you should write it down because this is very important thing. I want to tell you here about some material which we have especially prepared for you guys so that you can do good in your test. So what you need to do only, you have to just search our YouTube channel name on Google, that is Online Study for You, and then going to this very first link.
Now friends, I will take you through the quiz contest. So friends, if you click on the quiz contest, then we have quiz here, click on that, and then you can see TCS NQT 2021 special quiz. So friends, we have free quiz and then we have paid quiz. So friends, paid quiz, for 10 quiz we have just put the price 49 rupees. So friends, first you take the free quiz, and if you like, because we have already included SDLC and decision making, all these kind of problems, so you can go through the free quiz and then you can go for the paid quiz. So 10 quiz will be available in the paid quiz. And friends, we have also released the TCS NQT crash course, and that is just for 249 rupees. So friends, in these 4-5 days, if you go through these courses, then there is a huge chance that you are going to crack the TCS examination like last year where we had given more than 5,000 results.
Now, what is the following? Which of the following statements is false? Time complexity of binary search is O of log n. Yeah, this is completely fine. This is true. A binary search can operate only on a sorted list. This is also true. The list should be sorted when we are doing binary search. Time complexity of linear search is O of n. This is also true. We have to traverse through all the elements. Linear search requires a sorted list. No, false. There is no any condition in linear search like binary search that there should be sorted list. In linear search will work even if list is sorted or unsorted. So here the correct answer or the statement which is false is statement B, option B. Now we have our question number 8, which says there is an array uh, having elements 1, 2 and 3, and what we are doing here, array 0, 1, 2 equals 10. Now whenever you read something like this, what you have to do, that only to this index this value will be assigned. Whatever you write here, 0, 1, 2, or as many indexes are there, you write anything, but only for this index, the last index, the 10 value will be assigned. So what will happen, 0 will remain as it is, 1th index will remain as it is, that is 2, but this 2th index will not be 3, will be now 10. So correct output will be 1, 2 and 10, which means this B. Let's make it more colorful. Okay, so coming to ninth question, what will be output of following C code hash include stereo.h? Okay, here we can see extend int x. When extend is used, extend storage class, it means that this value of x will be taken from somewhere outside this code. We can see this code is starting here and ending here. Okay, so that's why int x equals to 8 is written here. So it will take this value of x from this outside code, because this is outside the code, is not inside main function. So x value will be 8. Now what will happen, please carefully watch this question. This is quite complex. X is 8 now, right? Now do, inside do, okay, double do, percentage O. Percentage O means we are talking about octal data type. Now what will happen, in octal 8 is written as 11. Sorry, when you will do that conversion through that division, what you will find that 818, so 10, 8 is written as 10 in octal, so the output will be 10. And now you will be confused here that what is happening here, not equals minus 2. I would like to tell you here that inside while statement, it is not mandated that something like this will be only considered as any statement which could be false or true. Even if you write any number 23, minus 23 or 0, this can also be true or false. So any number other than 0, whether it's positive or negative, will be considered as true, and 0 will be considered as false. So what is happening here, minus 2 is written, which will be true, but since not operator is used here, so this true will eventually become false. So when only one time 10 will be printed and next time this will become false, then it will go to outer do loop, and here also while 0 is written, which is also false. So only once 10 will be printed. The correct output is option B, that is 10. Okay, now we have our ninth question of this video. Okay, what will be output of following C code? Int main I is 2, j is 2. Okay, this also you should see carefully. Now see what is happening. What you will do, firstly, I will do in that way what wrong we will attempt, and then I will tell you the correct thing. Now what we think that I plus 1, it means, okay, I has become 3, and this, you know, this is ternary operator, this. So what it does, that we write some statement here. If that statement is true, then whatever written after the question mark, that is implemented. And if the condition written before question mark is false, then whatever written after the semicolon, this is true, then after question mark, false, then after semicolon. So as I told you that numbers can also be true or false, where 0 is only false, others are true, whether positive or negative. Here what you will think that I plus 1 means I became 3. I became 3, then it will come here, and pre-decrement, then I will become 2. You will say the output will be 2. But now here you can see that there is no option which is 2. Now I will tell you what is happening. Students, if you watch carefully, it is not written that I equals to I plus 1, right? It is only written I plus 1. It means here in this place the value is 3, but it does not mean that I has been incremented to 3. I is still 2 only, right? Only this place will be considered as value 3. So I is still 2, but this is true. Then we will come here, pre-decrement, then I will decrement by 1, means 2 will become 1. 1 is printed, output will be A, that is 1. Okay, so what will be output of following C code? As include int main x equals 0 1 1. Okay, so here we have got another good question. 0 1 1 written, a number starting with this 0, it represents nothing but octal, right? Octal. So what will happen? I equals 0, I less than x. 0 1 1 is written here. If we convert this 0 1 1 in form of this decimal system, so what will happen? What will become? 0 1 1 will become 1 into 8 to the power 0, if you remember this formula. So okay, 1 plus 8, so it will be 9. So it will be actually taken in binary format as 9, right? Now what will happen? Okay, just remove it. So I equals 0, I less than x, I less than 9, I 0, 0 is less than 9, start will be printed once. Now one more good thing in this question is that continue is used here. Whenever you will read anywhere continue, what you will do, you will forget or you will exclude anything written after it. Now the control will never go to this statement which is end, and again it will come to for only. It will again read continue, it will come to for only. This, it will never reach to this statement. So this is also good thing which we learned in this question. So start will be printed, and then I becoming plus 3 means I was initially 0, now I is 3. 3 is still less than 9. Start will be again printed, that is twice. Then I is now 6. 6 is less than 9. So again start will be printed. Now I equals to 9. 9 is not less than 9. Then it will be false. So how many times? Start will be printed thrice. That is 3 times. The correct output will be option A, that says start start start. That is thrice. In this question you also got to know about this octal 011. Then it will be considered as octal, and about this continuous statement as well. Okay students, I hope you all liked this video. For more questions, as I told you, we have also uploaded a video 1 or 2 day back with TCS and QT slot 3 questions as well. So you can watch that video also and practice that as well. And if you want some more questions or more videos like this, you can write it in comment box. If there is any problem with any question, you can write it also. So I hope that you will do your best in your TCS NQT. Keep learning, and please subscribe to this channel and press that bell icon, and keep learning. Thank you.